What's good, y'all? This is the You the Crazy One podcast. I'm your host, Taji Akeem. Got my co-host, Keezy, in the building.
Hi, guys.
Got my co-host, Damon G, in the building.
Hi, guys.
We gonna continue our conversation from last week, y'all. Did y'all listen to the podcast last week?
Yep.
Or was y'all mad because y'all wasn't on it?
No, I listened to it. I listened to it.
I was coming.
Oh, you was in there, yeah. We did a podcast. Like, if you were a listener and you didn't listen to the podcast from last week, that would be episode 25. Make sure you go listen to it because the topic was courting etiquette. But I had two young ladies on the podcast. You'll know our usual co-host Shantae. She was on it. Brought her friend on. So we got the perspective largely from them. You know, I let them talk for most of it. Gave some input, little couple devil's advocate perspective, stuff like that. But it was, mostly them giving their perspectives. And, they don't represent all women, but, some interesting conversation there. But now I got, all the fellas on the podcast. So we're going to respond or just talk about it from our perspective. So from what y'all heard last week, y'all got any outstanding, thoughts that y'all have on it? Like anything you noticed that you want to address from last week before we just get into how we feel about it?
Not outstanding, but I'm going to say
I don't remember what they were
I don't think that it's harder for men to date a woman.
Say it again.
It's just a hard thing. Like
do you think it's harder now than it used to be?
Yes, absolutely.
Why?
Harder for men
Because
to date women, you said?
yes, from back in the day till now. Because
get women.
Yeah, like courting or to introduce yourself or something like that. I think social media just messed everything up. But I do think women are more afraid of guys coming up to them or approaching them. Like you got to be like,
Didn't that girl say that?
yeah, you got to do something.
Shantae said it.
Yeah, you got to do something to ease the fear, right? Because it's a lot of fear.
You
there.
didn't see it. Dave was watching it, I think, but at one point they were talking about. I was like, so how do I approach it? Whatever. It's like, you got to come in kind of
Yeah,
so you want me to cross Dale with my shoulders up, like,
right?
I mean,
so they can call you a punk.
Hey, I'm not going to harm you,
right?
And I'm like, I'm not doing all that. I'm gonna just approach the woman. Now it was kind of turned into a joke, you know what I mean? But I think at first that was their first thought. You got to ease in, make sure they know you're not a threat.
Right.
How do you if I'm not touching you or yelling or cursing or come here fat ass or whatever, if I'm hey, how you doing, whatever, that's almost harassment nowadays.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So then what you supposed to do?
Well, you heard
I
some of the
never
stuff.
was the type that be like,
Me
come here.
Right.
I wasn't never that
But a lot
type.
of dudes are. But in Philly, I think dudes are extra
I
aggressive.
definitely don't think you can get away with that now.
I was going to say that too, Taj. I was going to say in Philadelphia,
What?
I think it's a heightened fear with guys coming up to women. I mean, we've heard stories of they'll turn them down and they throw hoagies at them, or they throw stuff at them. I've seen stuff online. It's crazy.
You know what? That's we didn't. It's good that you bring that up because I didn't think about that last week when we was talking. Shantae just moved to the city, and it's her friend is from West Philly, I think.
Okay,
so she's grew up here and everything. She kind of used to whatever the culture is here. So we were kind of talking to her, obviously I grew up here too. So we were kind of talking to her, you moved to the city, but it's actually different city to city.
Yes.
And Philly
Correct.
is probably a little bit more, the dudes, historically, I know our generation was more aggressive.
Absolutely.
And,
wouldn't take no for an answer.
Wouldn't take no for an answer. Also hollered more women, they aggressive with how many they hollered. And I always had a theory with that in Philly, and it maybe like this in some of the other major cities. In Philly, actually, I doubt it's like this in most major cities. In Philly, I think the girls have an... See, I don't know what the younger generation is, but maybe millennials and up, right? They carry the attitude, unless they carry the attitude that they were better than they was. I'm gonna just put it that way, right? So what happens is...
younger people do that now?
I don't know if they do.
I think so, but go ahead.
So what happens is the dudes just... They shooting their shot at anybody because it's the girl's gonna be ignorant, they're gonna be rude, they're gonna turn you down 9 times out of 10. So I'm gonna just shoot it, and see what's gonna work. So it creates this culture. It just creates this culture of extra aggressiveness, and also Philly dudes have a reputation of being appealing to women from outside of Philly,
absolutely,
but not the women inside of Philly.
Yep.
Yeah.
I couldn't agree with you more.
Yeah.
I couldn't agree with you more, man. You nailed it. You nailed it. I think you really nailed it, Taj. But I really do still think that that girls, it's not a safe space for them right now in the dating scene. It ain't safe. It's too much stuff going on, especially here.
I think it's happening. I'm gonna say it's not just here. I'm gonna say any hood.
It's not a safe space for women.
Yeah, I'll say any hood because you hear about how aggressive, like New York, like they shorties are.
I'm gonna
like
say this
how they
about.
dudes
I'll say
are.
this about New York, just from a man's perspective. I feel like as a dude, you're gonna get more. You're gonna get more attention from women in New York than you do here. The women, I think, are more likely to approach you in New York than they do in Philly.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like,
and they also have
that's a
more
hood
variety of better looking women. I'm just saying, man. They
bigger
do.
city too, so
Bigger city,
yep.
more implants.
Agreed.
Yeah. I'm just saying, as far as the aggressive men part, I think it gotta be like a hood thing.
Okay, I mean,
so wherever there's a hood,
Well, yeah, they gonna be
wherever there's
aggressive.
a hood at,
in
it's
most
aggressive.
hoods, yeah.
how did it get that way though?
Negroes.
How did it get that way? Like, how did we get to the point where women is like backing up off of us when we walking up to them? How did it get to that?
And wait,
Because too much
is it
craziness
even just a black thing though? Because like,
No, I think it's universal. Not even just
Well,
black.
yeah, and men in general.
Men in general.
Women are acting more scared.
Yes.
That part.
now
I
we
don't
did.
think
Were
is
you
a
watching?
thing.
Were you watching last week when we talked about? Shantae was talking about the hippie white dude.
Yeah,
No,
I wasn't watching, but I listened.
You heard
I was,
that?
yeah, I was listening.
So like this hippie white dude, like around that same area that she at, like approached her like about the dog, similar to, but his approach was like he like said something I can't remember. I
Said
don't want to
his
get it
dog
wrong,
died,
but
right?
like
His dog died. His
yeah.
dog
So
just
about his
died,
dog
yeah.
dying, and then eventually, he asked her if she smoked weed, because she said he'd be smoking weed on his porch and stuff. But to see the white dudes probably do it a little bit different, because not necessarily just do it different, but they don't come off as as threatening
Exactly.
just
Why,
because
though?
they white.
Yeah.
I think.
That's
Now if it's a hood white dude, it's a little bit different.
Yeah.
But like the average white dude, it's not
So-
it's not a hood white boy.
all women are scared of niggas.
And hood dudes, yeah.
Pretty much.
If you want to put hood white dudes in the category of niggas, yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. But that's the truth, though, right?
But
I mean,
you could be regular black dude and they
Now,
scared of you
the funny
too.
thing is, I don't know what white girls are though.
I don't think they are.
Yeah.
Why is that? Our women are
oh
scary.
my god, you on
Our
to
women
something,
are
Dan?
scary.
You're on to something because you don't get that same reaction with Americans.
They'll talk to you. They'll
For
they'll
those
give you
listening,
their ATM
Americans
number right
is
out
code.
the gate.
Americans is code for white. In case y'all didn't know that, it's language,
sorry.
language
Yeah.
that we be using sometimes. But there we
They'll
go.
American Johns will give you they information right out the gate. They don't care. They ain't scared of us because they figure, well, he ain't gonna kill me because
If it's a white girl
from
if it's a white girl who just moved into the city from like some Midwest place, I can see them being scared of a brother being aggressive. I
So
can
you
see
saying
that.
if you an American,
like college
you grew
girl,
up
whatever.
here.
Yeah, like because
Now
white
I think college white Johns be wild.
You don't think if it's like
There's no
if she
fear
just
with them.
came here and like a brother black dude like, hey, whatever, like try to holler, she won't be like scurry? You don't think so?
No,
But we can't speak for them. We don't have no
American lady. Yes,
Okay.
a younger,
Okay,
a
okay,
younger,
I hear you.
younger Americans. No,
Not sure if I agree with it, but I can see maybe you might be right.
an older American, an owl. The owl is scared to death of us. But the younger ones is fine.
Okay, that's fair.
I'm telling you.
So what would y'all approach be though? Like,
See, I don't think my approach is threatening though. Like
neither do I.
No.
But I don't have no game,
I
so
don't
I
have
don't.
game
I mean,
either. Like my
I
game
don't
is just
have
being
either.
regular,
I'm
and I get right to the point. Like it's no
right.
finessing.
Yeah.
You know what
No,
I'm saying?
yeah. Whatever. Like
Yeah.
I don't know. I
Like, what's
just
your
either.
name? What's your name? You know what I mean? Can I get your number?
right. But I know.
Like-
But I know that. But they don't know that. You know what I mean? Like you kind of walking up to them, like, why are you tripping like that? Like I'm not even like that type of dude. But
I
they
can't
don't
see
know
myself
that.
walking up to nobody.
You've done it before. You had
Of
to.
course, but
Yeah.
nowadays I couldn't see
Oh, now,
myself
now.
walking up to nobody and trying to scoop.
Yeah, I know. Because you feel like they're
Wow.
gonna feel it's like it's threatening.
If they said something to me, you would
Right,
have to you would
right,
have to give me a oop.
They gotta give you oop, or it gotta be like
Yeah.
say to the the supermarket stories or whatever. Like,
Right.
they all shopping next to each other, like something like
You
that.
got
Yeah, you got to.
'cause I'm
Yeah,
not-
yeah.
I'm
But
just not
isn't
going
that
in
crazy
for
though?
two.
Isn't
Yeah,
that
'cause if
crazy?
you walk up to one like just walking down the street, and you like I gotta talk.
If
to
you go in for two, you
Yeah.
get blocked. You get your shit punched.
yeah, it might not even look at you.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, how did it get to this point?
But wait, with a white girl, we thinking black minds and
Yep.
black girls. Would a white girl look at you? Would a white girl stop?
A white girl
You
would
said
stop.
would
She would
she?
stop. I
She would
think
stop.
most of the time they would stop.
Yeah.
At least they'll talk to you.
Even if it's just to be polite.
Right.
Hey, Tanya Key, I just want to know one thing, yo.
Yeah.
Why all these questions?
Yo, some say I'm too outspoken, tired to be on some other bitch. Cats and shook, scared to quote it, bloggers don't want to publish it. Rather be that than a token, y'all dudes be on some rubbish shit. I'm trying to get that all in the open, on the table before expunging it. MC shunning it, fuck it, either way they ain't touching it. Either way all I want is scholarly pundits discussing it. I'm the hub of the mothership, but don't budge unless I budget it. Take orders from no man, I do what the